The queen may be falling. Hey there, besties. We're going to go ahead and see what it is that they had to say on the news last night. Before we go ahead and live stream what happened at the Thornton Township meeting later on tonight, 6 p.m. EST, make sure you are there. The link is in the description.
A township board meeting ended in a standoff in the south suburbs.
The feud centers around controversial Thornton Township supervisor and Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Anthony Ponce joins us in studio to explain.
Yes, Brian and Natalie, it is very clear that the trustees in Thornton Township have trust issues, refusing to second a motion by Tiffany Henyard to get routine township bills paid.
Uh-oh.
I motion that we pay the bills for the general fund. Is there a second? Is there a motion and second? Call the roll. Trustee Jones?
Nope. Radio silence after Henyard attempts to get general fund bills paid. Here's why the trustees didn't go along with it. Board members had previously proposed several ordinances to be included on last night's agenda. Those ordinance proposals put limits on elected officials being able to use township merchandise for self-promotion. They put travel guidelines in place for elected officials and also put caps on spending and salaries. Those proposals come after a series of controversial moves by Henyard, who's accused of using public money for personal gain and not being transparent about her spending. So when the trustees showed up to the meeting last night, the agenda included none of those proposals, so they refused to budge on this.
You guys still don't want to move forward with paying any of the bills in the general fund? That is my question.
Is there a day with the previous week that we could pick, that we could set to review the bills?
Trustee, y'all already have the bills. Do you want to pay the bills on the general fund?
What the public needs to know.
They already know. Stop.
They don't need to.
Our meeting is on
So that's a no then.
We're here.
That's
We're here.
a no. So
We had time to review
So
it. My question is, are you paying the bills?
to review invoices?
Point of order. Is there a motion on the floor to pay the general fund?
So that motion to pay those bills failed. Henyard adjourned the meeting and walked out. Natalie.
I guess they not falling for those doughy eyes anymore. So, from what I understand and the little bit that I have seen, she didn't adjourn the meeting. She just walked out, but we will get to that later on tonight. So finally, all of the trustees have decided that they was going to come to the table and say, ain't no way we're going to allow you to continue to go through with all this mess that you're doing. We finally have a clue. It's only been, 3 years? And now we're saying enough is a daggone enough. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say shout out to them for doing the right thing finally, but I'm going to put the finally on there. This is what they should have been doing 2 years ago, long ass time ago. Look at her sitting up here trying to talk about, are we going to pay the bills in the general fund? So the general fund, in my opinion, because it's general, could be anything, anywhere, for anybody at any time. And that's probably where half of the daggone problem is, because there's never any receipts. Big Tiff don't even want to talk about receipts. Big Tiff only want to talk about what Big Tiff want to talk about, and now she got attitude. Girl, why you got attitude when it comes to the money that don't belong to you? She act like this is her money, which we already know. She act like she don't have to be accountable to anything. I mean, it has been a long time that she hasn't had to be accountable. So, of course, no one thought that she would be this combative. But as the dominoes continue to fall, I feel like finally it looks like we're getting somewhere. Maybe not necessarily with the FBI, but at least the trustees are starting to act like they got some sense. Now, whether or not that means that they talk to the FBI, who knows? Maybe they're finally seeing that something just ain't right. And instead of being on the wrong side, they don't want to go to jail. They're thinking about the future. They don't want to lose their livelihood. They don't want to lose their family. They don't want to go to jail. All those things, even though all those things probably should happen to enough of them. You cannot just leave someone to just run rampant and do whatever the hell it is that they want and then say stuff to people like it's not true. That's not what you see, when people see what they see. We don't even live there and we can see it. Ain't no way on God's green earth that you think that it's okay to have your picture every daggone where. No one needs to see you that damn much. Nobody needs to have banners up that said, I love you and there's nothing that you can do about it. And y'all think that shit is okay just because she's black, just because she's a woman? Somebody try to tell you that? Don't want to listen. Stop voting people in for dumbass reasons. We are coming upon an election right now. Nobody said to go listen to Amber Rose. Nobody said you should go listen to Joy Reid. You should go do your own damn research. Take a look at the damn candidates. See if they've ever been arrested. See if they are slumlords. See if they've been acting the same way prior to this. They just took it up to the 18th level at this point. But I digress. You cannot blame anyone else at this point The trustees finally came to do the work of the daggone people. I'm sorry, but it's like however many millions, potentially thousands of dollars late. And I know y'all gonna say better late than never, fine, whatever. But if this is their job and they're just doing it now, what have they been doing prior to now? What were they doing prior to now, and why wasn't this done beforehand? I know everybody's just going to forget everything that's just happened because they're doing what they're supposed to do right now. I get it. I got it. Got it. I'm not going to forget it, and neither should you all. I'm not saying that you should give them a hard time. I'm not saying that you should come on down over top of them. I'm not saying that you should chastise them. All I'm saying is don't forget, because there's a reason that it has gotten this far. And it's a combination of several people in the town. And I know the town doesn't like to hear that because at the end of the day, most of the people down there in, where the hell are they? Dalton and Thornton Township, mostly, a lot of Black people. And let's keep it a buck. Just like the lady in purple said, you was happy that she was a single mother and a woman, a Black woman at that, and proud to have all that going on. And as we have seen in so many instances, the examples are right in front of you. You can't just do identity politics. You need to see what someone is about. You need to see what it is that's going on. And let's not act like the trustees over there on Dalton weren't all for her too. They all ran on the same ticket. We found that out in our research. One of the best things that Big Tiff ever said, out of all the things that she has said, child, was to do your daggone research. And as we have researched her, we can see that things were a bit obvious prior to them going ahead and electing her. And hopefully there'll be a lot more people to come out and vote than what they did when it came time for her. It has to stop at some point. At some time, somebody has to stand up, and it's good that they do. And the concerning part is, what is she going to do thereafter? Because unfortunately, it's not like we haven't heard allegedly that there has been some retaliatory actions that have been taken. People in Dalton do have some things that they do need to be worried about. I absolutely do acknowledge that. But what you can't do is just allow the bully to continue to take advantage of and take over things, because all that's going to do is put y'all in a much worser, and I know that's not a word, but a much worser place than where you were to begin with. I have absolutely no empathy and no sympathy for Tiffany A. Henyard. When the time comes and she goes down, no tear will bend that whatsoever. She didn't have one thought, one care, one tear, one nothing when she was doing this to everybody in the daggone town. Somebody better go down there and talk to them daggone seniors, because I'm pretty sure there's a party that's going to be coming up where she going to plead her damn case. They don't want to pay anybody, so that's why you can't have this. That's why you can't have that. Child, I see it from a mile a damn way. But y'all let me know what you think as per usual. I appreciate you if you made it this far. Please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Make sure you're here for the live stream so we can look at it detail by detail tonight, 6 p.m. EST. Link is in the description. I see you all in the next one.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all Black. Y'all are Black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a Black woman that's in power.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Delgado, unask that seat. Unask that seat. Unask that seat.
To express my deepest gratitude to Tiffany Henyard and her team for their commendable efforts to better our community.
Listen, come here. Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. Dumb ass, say it.